Hi scholars, hope you're doing well. So this is going to be the second video that I'm posting today involving the two articles that you were asked to read in ReadWorks. So there were two articles, they were actually attached because the questions that you're answering, some of them ask you to compare both articles. So the two articles that you were asked to read are Native American Homes and the Pueblo Revolt. All right, so those should both actually be together in your ReadWorks assignments. And I just did a video looking at how to answer question number 5, and this video is going to be addressing how to answer question number 6. All right, so let me read the question in full for you. It says, question 6 says, contrast the way that information about Native Americans is organized in Native American homes with the way that information about the Native Americans is organized in the Pueblo Revolt. Now, this is one of those times when it's so important that you read the question and you really understand it. It is not asking you at all to compare the information. It's not saying, look at the information in this article and look at the information in this article and tell me what's similar and different. It's asking you to compare the way the information is organized. In other words, how is the author presenting the information to you? Not what are they presenting, but how are they giving it to you, right? So for example, if I watched a movie about TikTok and I read a book about TikTok, the information might be similar or different, but the way it's being presented is different. One is a movie, one is an article, something I'm reading, right? So in this case, both are something that I'm reading, but I'm still looking at how is the information organized, right? And right off the bat, I can see that Native American homes is divided into sections, right? And as I read it, and again, I'm assuming that by now you have read these articles. If you have not, please pause this video, read your articles, and then come back to this video. But as I read it, I notice that each section has a heading, and that heading tells me a little bit about what's going to be in the section. So in Native American homes, the information is divided into sections, and each section tells me about one Native American group, right? So this article has sections, and if I look, this one is called A House by the Sea, and it's talking about in the Pacific Northwest, these Native Americans called the Haida people did this. This one's called Move On Out, and it tells me about the nomadic lifestyle of the Lakota people. This one is called A Difference in Neighbors, and it tells me about the Pueblo peoples. So this one is divided based on information. It's grouped based on different Native American groups. As I read through the Pueblo Revolt, to me, it says, all right, it starts, New Mexico was a Spanish settlement founded in 1598. The first capital was San Juan de los Caballeros, and a few more towns were founded in the region the following decade. However, the Spanish colony of New Mexico was relatively small, only about 3,000 people. And it continues. It starts gives me some background information. It says, ever since the Spanish colonists arrived in 1598, they had been working to suppress ancient religion practiced by the Pueblo people. And it continues, and it continues, and it almost tells it like a story. And that is a way to organize information. So I'm going to say, here, the information is told like a story. It gives background, information, and then it goes in chronological order, right? So it says, here's what happened first, here's what happened after that, right? It tells a story, first, next, then last. and then gives information in chronological, that means time, order. So it says first this happened, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened. And again, I am assuming you have already read these articles because I want you to know that based on what you've read, right? So think about some examples of what happened in the article that you read that talks about this, that shows that this is how it's organized, right? Now I'm not done with my answer yet. I have all of the information I need to give my answer, but remember, my answer needs to be in full sentences, it needs to be clear. So I could start by saying, the way the information, or the Pueblo Revolt, it's the name, so I'm going to put it in quotes. The Pueblo Revolt gives information in blank way. How does it give the information, right? And that's going to be on you to put that, fill in that blank spot. How does it give information? Then I can say, on the other hand, because remember, now I'm going to contrast, which means I want to show a difference. On the other hand is a transition that will help my audience know that I'm about to say something different. On the other hand, Native American homes gives information blank way, right? How does that give the information, right? And then I might finish it up by saying these are the two differences between how the information is presented. Now I apologize, it is a little bit messy, but the information that I gave you is hopefully really helpful. As always, please reach out with any questions. I really hope that this video helps you answer number 6 in your ReadWork articles, and the previous video should help you with number 5. But please reach out if you're confused about this, if you're confused about any of the questions in ReadWorks. Huge shout out to Luna, who has reached out when she has questions. It makes it so much better. Just like when we were in a classroom, I am here to answer your questions. The same goes for our virtual class. All right, I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you soon.